Okay, 170. This looks like 4 problems, but it's really only 2. The only difference between A and B is that one is on a restricted domain and the other is not. So on B, we're going to need to do notation to indicate an infinite number of solutions, and the same is the difference between C and D. So let's get started. The first strategy in solving for a trig equation is that we need to have only sine or cosine. In the problem, we don't really want to have both. So I'd like to recall that cosine squared of x plus sine squared of x is equal to 1. And I'm going to solve for cosine squared of x by subtracting sine x squared from both sides. So I've got cosine squared x is equivalent to 1 minus sine squared x. Let's do some substitution. So this portion I'm going to replace here. It's going to end up with 2 times 1 minus sine squared x plus sine x equals 2. Alright, how about distributing? So I've got 2 minus 2 sine squared x plus sine x equals 2. Let's see. How about I subtract 2 from both sides? Negative 2 sine squared x plus sine x equals 0. Alright. Looks simplified as I can get it. How about I'm going to replace the sine x with a u and rewrite, see what I've got. So I've got negative 2u squared plus u equals 0. Let's factor out a u. U times negative 2u plus 1. That's what we get. So with the zero product property, I've got u is 0 or 1/2. So now let's plug these in up here. Where is sine of x 0? Well, sine of x is 0 in a couple of places. Go ahead and take a look at the unit circle. Sine of x is 0 here and here. So that's 0, pi, and 2 pi. So x in this case is 0, pi, and 2 pi. Now where is sine of x equal to 1/2? That would be here and here. So that would be pi over 6. That's 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, and 5 pi over 6. Those two spots. So x can also be pi over 6 and 5 pi over 6. So we've got this set of 5 solutions for part A. Now part B, it's the same 5, all plus 2 pi n. And that's the notation that lets us know it's the infinite number of solutions. Alright, moving on to part C. I need some space, so do some erasing. Okay, there are probably several methods to solve this. I see a double angle here, so I'm going to go ahead and use a double angle formula. So I've got sine of x minus, I'm going to replace this part using the double angle formula for sine. And that makes it 2 sine x times cosine x. And that equals 0. At this point, I think I can factor out a sine of x from both. Factor it out from here, that leaves 1 minus 2 cosine x, and that equals 0. Well, this looks good to me because I can apply the zero product property at this point. This part set equal to 0. What values of x? What values of sine of x are 0? Sine is 0 at 0, pi, and 2 pi. And I can set this equal to 0. So this would be 0 also. Let's go ahead and solve for cosine x. Subtract 1 from both sides. And divide by negative 2. Oops. So cosine of x equals 1/2. And what values is the cosine of x equal to 1/2? If I take a look at my unit circle, cosine is 1/2 here and here. That's where we've got our distance of 1/2. So that would be 1/6, 2/6. This is pi over 3. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So 10 pi over 6, 5 pi over 3. So we've got pi over 3 and 5 pi over 3. So these 5 solutions for C. And to answer part D, it would be x when equal to 0, pi over 3, 5 pi over 3, and all of these plus all plus 2 pi n. Now notice I left out my 2 pi because 0 plus 2 pi, we're getting back to 2 pi. So we're all set. Okay, that's 170. See you in the next video.